Hey, welcome back to Anything Goes Garage, and today we're here on the test stand with the 327 I bought months back. I finally got the longer push rods in it. I got a carburetor on it. I got some stuff on here. I want to break this engine in today. 20 minutes runtime to break the cam in. Wish us luck. I believe these are pre-COVID lifters, the ones that don't have the Chinesium metal, because there was an issue during that time. I just bought another set for the other motor that were pre-Chinesium, and hopefully everything goes well here. This breaks in, and we'll drop the oil when we're done, check it out, and refill it, reset it, and won't pull it underneath the bench for another day project. Maybe we'll find a car or truck to put it in. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Okay, so here we go. Ignition. Oh, here we go. Nice guy, eh? Distributary? A little bit of timing. Come on, baby. There we go. Doesn't like no timing. Alright, well, we had some issues with that. Overheating a couple times, 225 once, twice. Had a big air pocket in the radiator, but it got its 25 minutes of, damn it, run time. I'll get off my thingy here. I don't want them laying on the manifold. But everything's so hot, everything melts. So now I gotta drop the oil, get a filter, pick up some oil. That carburetor has issues. It had a float. Somebody jerked with this thing. It was on some piece of junk truck. I raised the float level, got it where it needs to be, and I put the screw back in the bowl, and it ran like crap. As soon as I took it off, it smoothed out. So I checked the vent. If I leave the screw out, hold my finger over the vent, it smooths out again. So I blew back through here. I think it's either a gasket issue in here. I blew out these air bleeds, but I know this little gasket here on the squirter's open, so I gotta replace that too. So this carburetor, I don't know. The piece of junk motor it was on, I don't know how it ran. I know it ran like crap, but I don't know how they got it where they got it to. I gotta set the timing, but when I get all the oil change and the filters and it cools off, we're good. Amidst all this, I put that 6-7 blade fan on there thinking that was part of the reason, but no, it still ran the same until I purged all the air, or the rest of the air out of this thing, because it wasn't taking it through the vent, you know, through the recovery. Maybe it was sucking air or something, I don't know, but I'm gonna drop this oil. All right, I'm seeing clean oil so far. Screaming hot oil. Would probably be smart if I maybe let it cool off. All right, well, I'm gonna, take my chances. I want to get this out while it's hot without scalding myself. Damn. Thing looks like it's cross-threaded. I'm gonna turn with a wrench, but I won't turn with my fingers. I don't like it's tight. There we go. Woo! Some break-in oil. It's not looking that good, but I don't like that. But I've seen break-in oil that color even when it doesn't wipe anything out. So we'll at the ground, just got a magnet, screw it. I'll take the this big canister filter off and I'll cut that open. That's already, actually it's already opened up, but it's 3/4 on that. That's hot, hot, hot. Crack this open because this is going to leak down for a while. I actually like these big canister filters. They got more, they're messy, but they have a better filtering area. I have stock and filters for this anyway, so they're messier. It's hot, I know that. So, all right. Yeah, there's definitely some break-in stuff in this thing. We'll know when we get this filter apart, when it cools off. I dumped this filter and it did not look good in there. It wasn't chunks and flakes, but unless I'm wrong, I don't think I've ever seen one that's silvery. It's not metal flake. I need to get this out in the light. Actually, yep. Oh yeah. I think it ate the camshaft. These flat tappet pieces of junk. You just can't win anymore. If this wiped out, I guess I'll have to pull it apart, put a roller in it, just be done, spend the money. Now with all these flat tappet camshafts, I'm over it. What a shame. But we haven't proved it yet, so I'll pull the valve covers off, see what's under there as soon as it cools off. All right, there's a little light at the end of the tunnel. I just cut this filter open and I'm not seeing, don't look at this. It's got a gleam from the light from the sun, but I'm not seeing any flakes or chunks. It might be okay. There's something right there. I didn't like that too much. One. See, that's when I cut the thing open. Oh no, hold on. Yeah, there's a couple little specks down in here. That could be from machine work. That there, that's from the filter cover when I cut it. That's white. Some paint. I think there's just a lot of break-in goo in there. There's a little speck right there. I mean, but that could be, yeah, she got a little bit of, I don't know. I think I'm going to pull the intake off and pull the rocker arms and look at each. Yeah, here we go. Now we're starting to see something. But that could be, yeah. I think I'm going to pull the intake. I think I'm going to pull the intake off when it cools off later on. Pull the rockers and pull all the lifters out. And if it's good, I got gaskets, I'll put it back together. And yeah, there is some in here. Yeah, all right. We're not out of the woods yet, but usually when they wipe out, they do bad, real bad. Looking in the bottom here, not seeing anything. Like I said, there's no big chunks. No like flat pieces. Real fine. You'll get that with the rings and the honing and all that stuff. So, all right. So here's where we're at. Better safe than sorry. I'm going to pull the intake, the valve covers off. They're already loose. Pull the intake off. Pop out all the lifters. Inspect them. If they're good, I'll put them back. Besides, I don't like these end seals. They look like they're already trying to come out already. I do not use them anymore. I used to have good luck with them until I got jinxed. Well, they're going away. They're becoming silicone. So. Alright, so I'm going to pull this thing off, hopefully. There it goes. I gotta find a place to put this. Oh boy. Alright. Gaskets are cheap, so yeah, there's a little bit of trash from assembly. I'm not seeing, yeah, I don't know, there's an awful lot of crap in there from when they assembled this or cleaned it. They didn't do a very good job. I'm seeing like these chunks of carbon here. That's probably from the not cleaning the bottom of the intake. The heat riser on the bottom, there's a pan on the bottom. Usually if you don't clean them good, yeah, look at all this, and that's got some metal in it there. That one's definitely got sparkles in it. So keep that in mind. I got to get some of this carbon out of here and clean this real good. So I'm going to back all these rockers off and pull these lifters out. I just pray to God that this isn't wiped out. But that is just an awful cleanly. Whoever assembled this is dirty. And I know who did it too. Yep. I'm kind of surprised at them. Oh, wait a minute. We got something here. We got a trail of sparkles right there. That's not good. Yep. Trail of sparkles right there, so one of these could be bad. There's some right there, or maybe, I don't know. That was definitely sparkles. So yeah, I don't like these things. I used to be able to use them and never have a problem, but they don't stick. They never stay in. Get a little crankcase pressure or something, poof, they're gone. The size of this piece of carbon. Yeah, I gotta get this thing clean. All right. Oh, sorry about that. All right, here we go. Good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them up above the bore, because if one's bad, I ain't got to pull them all back out again. So these are a little bit warm still. I have to flush this motor out with some ATF fluid. That's good. You gonna eat that too, doggy? You're not supposed to eat paint caps. You eat everything. Well, you chew on everything. There. These are gonna be fun to get out. This one might not be coming out. If it's warped, wasted, it's gonna be mushroomed. It's not gonna come out. So, okay, verdict's in. All the lifters you see out of the bore are good. The 6 you see just sticking out a little bit, mushroomed over, won't come out. I found out what that carbon was in the bottom of that lifter valley. I guess whoever cleaned the intake didn't pull this pan, and there's carbon up inside here from the hot oil hitting this crossover over the years. All that stuff's been jumping out and going through the motor. So whoever did this motor is a pig. Second of all, I noticed this thing was huffing all kinds of smoke out, which was normal, and the rings are seating. Then it stopped. It was good. But there's supposed to be a baffle bolted here, a big can, that's supposed to keep the oil from getting out that way, especially if their PCV valves is connected to it. But nope. Let's do the half-ass job and throw it together. So yeah, and I'm beside myself, but I guess it is what it is. Suck part is I got another flat tappet engine to do yet. You know, I don't know. These things just ain't guaranteed anymore. I never had problems with this. This is the first one I've ever had that wiped out a camshaft. Now, I did not assemble this engine. I did not build this engine. I bought it. You know, I didn't know. I got all the receipts. They had probably $4 grand into this thing. So, I guess it is what it is. Cleanliness is next to godliness. I don't think it had anything to do with the material failing of the lifters. I think a lot of that had to do with the junk that was falling out of the intake. I'm probably going to drop the pan on this one day, and I bet you're going to find all that carbon laying in the bottom in the pickup, which circulated through the motor. But then again, anything's possible. This thing did sit since 2014. I did prime the engine several times and turn it over. I did add oil additive to it. I did add good oil with vitamins in it. You know, the zinc and all that good stuff. But nothing's guaranteed. So in order to get those 6 lifters out of there now, I have to pull the camshaft and drop them out the bottom. So the pan does have to come off. So I have to probably gonna have to clean the trash out of the bottom, check the bearings. Usually the bearings, because it hasn't run that long, the bearings usually don't take a hit. The filter usually catches it first. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna just throw the intake back on this thing, seal up for now, and put it on the bench, bag it up. I have a 305 to put together. I'm still waiting on parts. That'll be on here next. If not, I have that 402 up at the shop. That's got a roller cam in it. That's the only reason we have a roller cam, because they did not want to do these things, because they are not guaranteed. They're not the way they used to be. They don't break in the way they used to. Rollers, you know, you have to fire it up and run it for 20 minutes at 2,000 RPMs like I did with the flat tappet. So it's basically start it up, you can run a little higher, get it up to temperature, adjust everything, and shut it off, change the oil. Easy peasy. Not anymore. This probably get retroed to a roller. It sucks because they ain't cheap. Alright, well, enough with that rant. Off to the next project. And here you go. I got one out. One of the 6. Wiped completely out, brand new. Alright. Yeah, it's 2 in the afternoon. I got move that thing, move that thing, bring that thing here, put that thing over there. I think I'm gonna need about 4 of these. Well, let me start somewhere. All right, Sunday, next day here. The 402 is on the test stand. Trying to button this up. Mocking some things up. I got to put a crossover or a bypass hose on it yet. I'm waiting for the right distributor with the right gear, the wires. I got to make a fuel line from here, hard line to the water fuel pump. Got to get some clamps for the PCV. I kind of just made this thing to contour and hide that. Just contour. It looked better than putting a hose across it. I got to get a belt. And I got to get the crank pulley, crankshaft thing in there. This thing didn't seem to like threading in there, so I hope that crank is not stripped out in the front. I ended up using my big block gasser headers because I do not have manifolds for this. What else I do? Hey Maggie. As you got done drinking water, it's drooling all over the floor. Cut in both my fenders, and I just got done painting this. It's a little windy, but wasn't bad. The bed cross rails for the bed. Get some paint on there. I wire brushed them and painted them. I got to get working on that before the weather goes south again. Between 9,000 other things. Right, girls? Right. Hi, girls. Hello. Hello, girls. Yes. All right. Okay. So, yeah, that's it for now. I think I'm going to take it easy the rest of the day. It's been a crazy weekend. Yep. I might put brakes on the Packard tomorrow. We'll see what happens.